as you can see, he may be a good 10 or 12 feet behind the baseline.
You also can see another packed house. I wonder how much of an effect that will be, the fact that McEnroe played later last night than Borg did.
Oh, I don't think any, Pat. If the adrenaline doesn't take care of that, nothing will. They're in shape. They're young.
McEnroe, the defending champion, and Borg in quest of the United States Open Championship, the one tournament that he hasn't won. The one major, I guess I should say.
All.
Who has the better serve?
Well, I think McEnroe's serve is a little better. He's a left-hander, and he can swing it a little bit more, but Borg's serve is excellent. And the only difference, again, would be that McEnroe's a lefty, can swing it, and left-handers do give Borg normally a little more trouble than right-handers do. You know, you won Wimbledon 5 times in a row. You're number 1 in the world. There can't be too much to do badly.
No.
It's all degree.
40-15.
Both players, Pat, feel the tension. I don't care how long you've been here, how many times you've been here, how many times you've been in the finals of Wimbledon. And it's going to take a game or two for them to settle into it and really get relaxed and go for broke. So it's sort of a feeling out process. You will see that a few times before this telecast is over.
Backhand cross court?
Yep.
Those of you who watched Atlanta and Minnesota, welcome to the U.S. Open. Borg against McEnroe. This is the first game.
Deuce.
And it's deuce. McEnroe serving to Borg.
You know, Pat, one thing, when Borg stands so far behind the baseline and McEnroe's so quick, if Borg doesn't really get that ball down, it makes it a relatively easy volley for McEnroe.
Advantage McEnroe.
Don't be deceived, however. Borg does not stay in that original position. You'll see how he moves forward. Once the ball is tossed by McEnroe, he'll move forward a good 4 or 5 feet at least, so he'll be maybe 3 or 4 feet behind the baseline trying to return the first serve. Now he'll end up closer
to me. I was just about to say the tickets for today's final might be one of the toughest to obtain that there has ever been. Absolutely packed.
Well, an absolute miss hit by Borg. Looked like I was going to go out 6 feet, and it landed on, I think, both lines, the sideline and the baseline. Borg started to walk over and get his towel. He thought the game was over. McEnroe was halfway to his chair. And all of a sudden, he said, I better take a peek and see what happened. It was called good.
Deuce.
Advantage McEnroe.
Pat, you know, from experience, I can tell you that it's a terrible feeling for a player when you come to the net and you see that topspin shot going over your head, because you always wonder whether there's enough top to bring it down more quickly than you expect.
Wasn't easy.
Holds his serve. He wins the first game, first set.
You talked about the tension, no matter how many times you've been there. You look at this tremendous throng. I don't know how many people are here. We'll know before we get off the air, but it's got to make things a little bit tighter and a little bit tougher in front of a crowd like this.
No question about it. Talk about a gentleman who's been there, Patrick. Let's go down to John Newcomb and get his views so far. Nuke?
Well, Tony, there's a little bit of a breeze blowing across the court here from going across this way like this. Upset a few of Borg's opening returns of serve. Incidentally, I thought that ball was out. That came down the line. That was called in. I thought McEnroe knew it was out too, but he seems to be playing it very carefully. Today, he doesn't want to upset anyone. That's my guess. A lot of excitement, though, down here. Feels like I'm down the pit.
Okay, Nuke, thanks very much. Patrick might notice that shadow that's across the court right now is from the big scoreboard that's at the top of the stadium. That eventually will move all the way across and not be a factor. Even when it's there, it's not that big a factor.
Henry Kissinger among those in the audience. I'd like to welcome those of you who watched the Packers and the Bears to our broadcast of the 1980 United States Open Tennis Championships. Borg against McEnroe. Borg seated number 1, McEnroe number 2. That's a final score.
Wow.
Welcome news, 41-35, the Giants over St. Louis.
We went to the Giants luncheon before this first game, and they were enthusiastic, but there was some reservation. That's a lot of points.
When you say some reservations, I think you're being very conservative. A lot of reservations.
Fine shot by Borg, and you know, when you think he can roll that same shot cross court, he can go up the line with it, and he can also go up over your head. It's a tough situation to try to cover. Lightning shot by Borg. In my opinion, Pat, Borg's hardest shot, the one that has the most pace, is when he steps around the back and hits a forehand inside out, which would then go to McEnroe's forehand, a right-hander's backhand. But that ball up the line was really hammering. McEnroe misses a lot of those shots where he has plenty of time, he has an opening, and he's, I think, a little careless, a little too blasé. You ought to sort of really pay attention to it. It's long.
40-15.
Not a bad play by McEnroe. Take the second serve and try to get it deep and come in. That time he went straight up the middle, which gave Borg no angles.
(40-15). Talking about physical problems, perhaps, McEnroe.
We'll watch his movement here, and you'll see that as he slides across, gets set up, takes a little short steps, pushes off to get back, sort of on the dead run that time. You don't get any feeling that there's an ankle that's bothering that young man, John McEnroe, who's now serving live at 1-all first set.
Double ball, love 15.
My colleague Tim Ryan talked with McEnroe in the locker room before the match, and John said that he didn't get much sleep. I'm sure he was keyed up and nervous, and also that he wasn't so sure how his legs would come back after that tough match. But I got to think that that blood will be flowing, everything will be fine.
Ace from McEnroe.
15-all.
15-all.
Thirty, 15.
So far, at least, Pat, the left-handed serve giving Borg some trouble.
Like that kick serve is bothering Borg. They hit 2-1. First set.
15 love.
Got to take a little heat off of Bart Starr for a while. If I were talking to McEnroe, I would say these first couple games on Borg serve, try to rally, get some feel. It's good.
Thirty, 15.
Like he might have listened to your advice.
Tick the top of the net and just came over. On.
30 all.
Borg got a tough 5-setter against Johan Kriek to get into the finals, and McEnroe had a real challenge from Jimmy Connors. What a classic that was.
Sure was.
That 6-love set that Connors beat McEnroe. Of course, he's not here playing in the finals, but that's as well as I've ever seen him play, I think. We thank you, Jimbo.
Jimmy played very well.
Gave us all a lot of pleasure watching him play.
Advantage Borg.
Really, we should salute all the participants in every division of this U.S. Open because they have supplied some magnificent tennis. And the spectators have come out in record numbers to watch it and enjoy it.
Game Borg. Games are 2-all.
Games are 2-all, and we can't leave out either, as long as we got time to say thank you to the people who run the tournament, all the way down to the lines people, the ball girls, ball boys, Bill Talbert, Mike Blanchard, Bob Howe, everybody. And, of course, the guy who built the house, really, Slew Hester.
Right. I'm sure before this match is over, there will be some whistling and jeering about some line call somewhere, but what a tough and thankless job those people have, and I think they do it very, very well. I don't know what happened there. It looked like it went right by John. Maybe the thing was coming over.
It's like he got caught in mid-stride and just couldn't turn it around.
To me, it looked like it was so close that all he had to do was put the racket out, but maybe he lost it in the crowd or just didn't think it was coming over the net. 2-all, love 15, first set.
Swept past Borg and was caught by Frank Parker. Could play a little.
He can play a lot. You'll see Borg at his best as he comes across that baseline, and McEnroe slides to cover the down-the-line shot. See him going to the opposite side of the center service line. Borg was able to get there in time to roll it back cross court. Bjorn Borg has McEnroe down love 30 in this fifth game, first set. Something that will work against Borg, particularly when he stands that deep in the court. The return serve is a short volley, not necessarily a drop volley, but a short volley that will stay down because he's so deep it's difficult for him to get up forward and make a decent shot.
That seems to be pretty universal about the way people who try to beat him approach it.
Of course, he stands back farther to return serve against McEnroe than does a lot of other players because he respects McEnroe's serve so much.
I think that's a good judgment.
Out. 30-all.
Oh, what a packed stadium this is. I bet you there's no seat anywhere. Break point for Borg.
30-40.
That was what happens when you miss your first serve against Borg. He walks in closer. He'll get the ball higher. Gets it down at your feet with pace, a lot of topspin. That's very tough to volley. And if you don't make a good volley, he's going to pass on the next one.
It's a good thing to watch in case this first serve misses from McEnroe here.
He's got to be 12 feet back.
Oh, yeah.
At least. He'll walk forward some. He got into about maybe 5 feet behind the baseline. Now he'll start, I think, in about that position. He'll move up, I think, before McEnroe actually tosses, but he'll move up a lot more once the ball goes up in the air. Let's see how much he moves forward.
He'll be very close to the baseline. took a long look.
He's still taking a look.
The ball is out. The score is deuce.
Score is deuce. Ken Sly is in the chair.
Once McEnroe makes the serve, if Borg makes a decent return, McEnroe can't put the first volley away. If they get any kind of a rally, you've got to think Borg has the advantage. He's more consistent, more accurate overall than McEnroe is. So McEnroe has to hurt him with a serve or hurt him off the first volley, or I think he's in trouble. Another break point.
We're just talking about what you're talking about. He did hurt him with the serve. He did hurt him with the first volley.
And he still
won the point.
That's right. We have to delay sometimes on a close call, that situation, because the linesman calling that particular ball is down behind the fence, behind Borg. We can't see the linesperson or the call. Can't see the arm signal.
Second ace for McEnroe.
Deuce.
There's no question that John McEnroe knows he must serve well to really have a shot at winning this title again, defending his title. Third break point this game for Borg. There are still so many people that think Borg can't volley. Put that backhand volley in a tough spot. McEnroe just barely got it back and made an easy smash for Borg.
Good serve.
Can't volley or shoot it moving forward.
Or they don't follow the game too closely.
Deuce again. Got it.
Break point number 4. He not only got it, Fat, but he went the opposite way. You expect him to pull the two-hander, sort of like he's going cross court. You expect him to hit it up the line in the deuce court. Instead, he went out the other way. He didn't push it. He hit it. Tough shot to try to cover. McEnroe fooled him by serving into the forehand side. John has served well so far. He's got a high percentage of first serves in. He's got plenty on it. He's going to have to do that throughout this match very consistently to stay in it. Super shot by Borg. McEnroe's volley was just inches inside the baseline. You really can't hit a ball any deeper than that, and Borg still just hammered it up the line for a winner.
got to know he's going to get him one of these times if he keeps having these points.
Yeah, you don't give Borg too many shots at break points and without him finally getting you.
Won't be this time.
Deuce.
Another excellent serve into the forehand side, and again, as a right-hander, you can't help but expect that ball to be swinging wide to your left when you're in that head court. Absolute ideal playing conditions. It's not that hot, it's not that humid. There's some breeze, but not enough to really move the ball around. Couldn't ask for a nicer day. Got to watch the scoreboard. It was good. You know, I can't help, Pat, relate the half volley in pro tennis to the sand shot for a pro golfer. The average guy is scared to death of the sand shot. The average tennis player is scared to death of the half volley. The good players take it routine in stride. Good. John McEnroe has a tremendous struggle. He saved 4 or 5 break points.
The other thing was that watch for Borg in the rallies to go deep onto McEnroe's backhand. McEnroe doesn't hit the high backhand very well.
All right, sir. And of course, John Newcomb down sitting just underneath the umpire's chair.
Low.
So far, Pat, the wind is blowing in our favorable direction, which means there are no airplanes coming over us.
Low.
Those of you along the Minnesota-Atlanta network who just joined us, welcome to CBS Sports exclusive coverage of the United States Open. That's the final score, 24-23. Minnesota beat Atlanta. Pat Summerall with Tony Trabert. Score here is Borg and McEnroe face each other in the finals. Repeat of Wimbledon. McEnroe up 3-2 in the first set, with Borg serving now at 40 love.
Games are 3-all.
That evens at 3-all. Still on serve.
When McEnroe tries to approach off the backhand side and he chips the ball and he doesn't really drive through it, even if he's hitting under it, it just sits up and it gives Borg all the chance in the world. He can make his choice of where he wants to hit it. It's not shooting through and giving him any trouble at all. So if McEnroe's going to slice the backhand and come in, he's going to have to put more on it. Otherwise, he's going to have to go over it, top it to come in to have more pace on it.
15 low.
Might have noticed how close McEnroe was into the net. That comes from a good serve and Borg being back so far, and if he doesn't get it down well, then McEnroe has a nice easy volley from a high position.
Low. 40 love.
Good serving by McEnroe, and he has had a lot of easy points, which may have an effect on the situation later. Of course, last time he served, he had a real struggle to win it, but you can get some freebies on your serve. It saves some energy.
Forty, 15.
Constant pressure on you, Pat, when you play someone that returns a serve as well as Borg does, because you really seldom get easy points. You have to volley, volley, volley. You have to dig them out, half volley, and eventually that can really take a toll.
Was good.
So McEnroe holds his serve.
McEnroe, he leads
He
4
leads
games to
4
3.
games
New
to
ball,
3
please.
in the first set of the finals.
Match with Borg serving at 3-4 first set. I think it's terrific that gentlemen like Jack Framer and Don Budge come to these events. They enjoy it. They stay a part of the game, which is so important.
Put yourself in that category, too.
30 love.
Hey, I like it, too. Well, you Florida State junior champion. Not many people know how much tennis you play.
All I can.
30, 15.
No, it really wasn't long ago that Borg would come to the net when he was forced to the net, but really had not much of an idea of what to try to do with the volley. He now comes in there with a purpose, and he can make some awfully good volleys.
It was good, but close.
30.
This approach is not really deep enough.
McEnroe got to that one. Now watch McEnroe wait and then slide across, pick off the cross-court shot that was high, and we come back live at 30 all. Crowd sort of quiet right now, waiting for something to happen.
It won't be when the service break comes. Or the tiebreaker comes.
40, 30.
You love it in the press conference, in the papers. Borg says, there's Mr. McEnroe, John McEnroe Sr. Borg says, I always play the big points well.
Great to have that confidence.
It's backed up by ability.
Game 4. Games are 4.
As you know, Pat, in sports, it's one thing to brag and talk about it, but when you can back it up, nobody can really argue with you.
Not to your face, at least.
That's Mariana Borg. Mariana Simonescu Borg, and boy, was she nervous. We had some shots of her. I think she had to leave the match yesterday for a while.
She did,
was
yeah.
so nervous. She went underneath the stadium to get away for a little bit. To me, watching a match, watching someone you really care about, it's sort of like sitting in the back seat of a car and you're not sure the driver sees everything you think you see. It is nervous time. 4 all, first set. Bjorn Borg trying to get the third leg on the Grand Slam. John McEnroe trying to stop him from doing that, and also in the meantime trying to defend his title.
Both were close. That's the second double fault by McEnroe.
That type of a double fault doesn't come from being nervous or choking. It comes from trying to get that thing deep, because you know if you land it short, a guy like Borg is apt to knock it right by you.
You better get it deep.
It's like a pitcher trying to hit a corner somewhere. He'll hit it a bunch of times. He may miss it in a crucial situation, but he knows if he doesn't, he'll kiss it goodbye anyway.
Oh, what a super shot by Borg.
McEnroe thought the serve was long.
30.
You never know what he's thinking. Borg.
When you see it go past you, like that shot that Borg hit went past McEnroe, you hope your serve is caught long so you get another swing somehow, you know, another time. McEnroe getting himself in trouble. 4-all, love 30. Second serve, and Borg will be moving in and trying to get a shot at a winner.
That's good.
Oh, that was a miss hit.
Absolute miss hit. It had as much wood on as it did gut, but it counts. And it's triple break point for Bjorn Borg.
If he breaks, you just listen to the roar. You had some great moments with him, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, super guy, and it was fun playing with him, traveling with Vic, and we wish him nothing but happiness.
Those of you who watched that game, New Orleans, San Francisco, watched the 49ers beat the Saints. Welcome to our coverage of the United States Open Tennis Championships of 1980. That also is a final score. Tampa Bay over Cincinnati, 17-12. Pat Summerall here with Tony Traver. McEnroe against Borg. Borg's up 5-4 in the first and serving.
15-all in this game. Borg missed a relatively easy forehand, missed it wide in the alley. McEnroe just hit a backhand over the baseline, so it's 15-all.
Couldn't make the lob, and he got a reprieve, so it was 30-15. Borg. 15.
Borg 2 points away from winning this first set, 6-4.
Great shot. 4 or 5 feet behind the baseline by McEnroe.
30-all.
It's so easy to say great, fantastic, and all that, but when you've got a player that's 4 or 5 feet behind the baseline, a guy nails a deep return on you, an approach shot, and you can still make the passing shot, that is something special. 30-all.
Was wide, and it's break point for John McEnroe.
30-40.
McEnroe came in. He was looking for the ball cross court. He was sort of starting in that direction. Borg came back up the line, but missed it by 6 inches or so wide. McEnroe might try to come in behind the return off the second serve if he gets a short serve. There he is.
Game McEnroe. Games are 5-all.
For an observation from courtside, here's John Newcomb.
Well, this is exciting down here, Pat. I can tell you that much. I just speaking a while ago to the ATP trainer Bill Norris, who told me that he has both ankles of McEnroe strapped very heavily, especially the left one.
McEnroe to serve at 5-all.
McEnroe McEnroe's tactic of coming in off the return of the second serve is a bit risky, particularly against a guy of Borg's ability, but he got the short serve, enabled him to make a pretty good shot on the way in.
Got the tape.
15.
Whatever that means, he's down love 15 at 5-all.
When McEnroe gets in matches like this, he's like an overwhelmed Mickey Mouse watch. You know, if you bump him, he'd twang. He's so keyed up and so fired up, and of course that's why some of the great shots come off his racket. Pat can't say enough about the ball people. The kids have worked this tournament. They've just done a magnificent job. They really deserve a lot of credit.
Love 30.
Again, we've said this before many times. When you watch McEnroe and watch some of his actions, many times you think it's a complaint, but it really isn't. It's a personal psych.
It's a complaint, but it's against himself.
Yeah.
I think if I heard him correctly, he said, "You lazy bum." You know, John does have a tendency from time to time to get careless, particularly when he has somewhat of a lead. He'll be up 40-love, and he sort of goes to sleep, and that can really cost him. 5-all, love 30, first set. Borg got a break to go ahead 5-4, was serving for the set. McEnroe broke him back 5-all, and now McEnroe in a bit of trouble at 15-30 on his serve.
Double break point for Bjorn Borg.
15-40.
McEnroe not getting first serves in this game. Borg taking advantage of the second serve. .40, 5-all, first set. And Borg stands back so deep, Pat. A lot of McEnroe's serves get up very high on him. They get up shoulder, head height, even above that, and that's very tough to handle. Yes, you are trying to get the ball down, but when it's that high, it's difficult getting on it. Still great point for Borg.
More difficult, I would think, for Borg on the two-handed side.
I think that's true. No one likes it up over their head on either side, really.
Deuce.
Smart play that time by McEnroe. Instead of coming directly in behind the first serve, he took a couple of driving steps and stopped. Borg thought it was coming, so he hit the return short, and McEnroe made an approach shot and put the pressure on Borg. It's deuce. That's the kind of stuff you have to mix up, excuse me, Pat, to keep a good player like Borg off balance. Advantage McEnroe.
Advantage McEnroe.
Again, left-hander serving to right-hander. The right-hander has to expect it to come on the backhand side, and if it comes on the other side with some pace on, it's tough to handle.
It's always a bad time to do that. But that's one of the worst times.
There's never a good time. Again, not carelessness, not nervousness or choking. It's just saying, I got to do something pretty good. He tried to break it wide and missed it. How deep Borg is. He's got to be 15 feet behind the baseline. He'll come forward.
It's out.
Advantage Borg.
Bad shot by McEnroe, and it's break point for Borg.
McEnroe just trying to get the ball back deep and then get into a good volleying position, but he missed it by a few inches over the baseline. See how wide Borg is standing? He's trying to make sure that McEnroe can't swing it wide and hurt him.
That's out.
Game Borg.
That's out. Borg is strolling off, and McEnroe is going to have some sort of an argument, some sort of discussion, and some sort of a look.
McEnroe is certainly going to lose the argument.
You're not answering the service ball. There's the mark right on the line. How can you not see it?
He called it out.
We'll be back with more exciting action from the National Tennis Center in Flushing Meadow, New York, after this word from your local station.
It's only break point.
Arguing about that call.
John Newcomb had probably got a better view of that last call than we have. What do you think, Duke?
Play.
Guess John didn't hear us.
Tony, that last point, the one that was just in or just out, I really couldn't call. It was pretty close. The interesting thing was that Borg was sitting down in his chair before McEnroe had even started to argue the point. He'd already changed ends.
That, I think, would be a pretty good indication of the fact that Borg was certain that it was out. Fault. That's the first one for Borg. Rare happening there.
It's funny, Borg will go in streaks. All of a sudden, he'll get like that. He tosses the ball a little bit too high and hits it high in the racket and serve a double fault or two. As all the champions, they'll keep going after. They're not going to get scared about it.
Triple break point for McEnroe, which would get us into a tiebreaker.
40.
That was a low ball that McEnroe hit. Borg tried to hit extra top and caught it too long.
That's out.
McEnroe. Games are 6-all. We will now play the tiebreaker. The first player to reach 7 with a margin of 2 will win the game and the set. Quiet, please.
You heard the explanation of the tiebreaker. It's the 12-point tiebreaker. The first player to reach 7 points with at least a 2-point advantage is the winner. McEnroe serves 1 point from the deuce court, and Borg will serve 2 points starting from the ad court, and so on. Great defensive lob by Borg. That's a good lesson for the average player. They panic and try to do some dumb passing shot. When you're in trouble, throw it up high, try to get it deep, and see if you can get back in the point.
Borg. Tiebreaker first set. Just think about things to come.
Just getting warmed up.
Yeah.
We're playing over now.
First serve.
That shot that he was attempting that you talked about earlier when he runs around that forehand.
That one's low, Pat. He had to hit a lot of extra top. When it's a little higher, he's a little deeper. He doesn't have to hit so much top spin. That's when he gets the most of the ball, and that's why he gets more speed.
One inside out swing.
Right. The more spin you put on the ball, the less speed you get.
Like Borg has got him on the ropes, and McEnroe just snaps back, tightens it up a little bit. 2-all.
Emotion as you'll ever see from Borg. It was called good. Take a look. Look at the guy. He thinks he got a terrible call. It was 2-all in a tiebreaker. He displayed his displeasure, but here he goes. He said, okay, if that's the way it is, that's the way it's going to be.
Never said a word.
Boy, you got to respect a guy like that.
Fired him up a little bit, maybe. We'll change ends now.
3-all.
Here's that last point. I don't know if we'll be able to see it. Well, you can't tell from that kind of a shot. And it's not fair anyway because the lines people don't have the advantage we have with replay. It is 3 points apiece. The players are changing ends. Borg has one more serve. Remember again, it's the first player to reach 7 points with at least a 2-point advantage will be the winner of this set.
That happened to McEnroe earlier.
It's a big serve by Borg, and he was going to come in behind it. John got it down, and Borg didn't get the racket ready very well.
The most difficult time, I guess, right now, other than the dusk, when those shadows are halfway across the court like they are.
As you mentioned yesterday, it's like a ball coming through the shadow of a picket fence.
5-3, McEnroe.
Excellent return by Borg. He got it down low. He had some pace on it, and it was straight back at McEnroe, so McEnroe had no angles to work with.
Remember the tiebreaker they played at Wimbledon? 18-16, that one was.
And what high quality that tiebreaker was. It wasn't a question of people not returning serve and making errors. They just kept making winners.
Set point for McEnroe.
6-4 McEnroe.
Couple of set points here for McEnroe. Again, Pat, it's a guess, but I think McEnroe might try to make the return and come on in if Borg does not come in.
First set then goes to McEnroe in the tiebreaker. 7-4 the tiebreaker score. 7-6 the set score. Buffalo defeated Miami 17-7. New England over Cleveland 34-17. Those are final scores as well. Not a final here yet, though. McEnroe in the first set. The other tiebreaker. Tiebreaker score 7-4. Served the first game, or is serving the first game of the second set. We almost let him get away, didn't he?
Yeah, in case you didn't recognize it, that was supposed to be a topspin lob by McEnroe. It was a little bit young. Isn't that the first time Buffalo's beat Miami in like 20 games?
Oh, I think it's an amazing streak, yeah.
30.
Chuck Knox got things rolling a little bit.
Rolled off to a good start, at least, up at Buffalo. John McEnroe in the first set.
30-15.
Borg has had a couple of matches in this championship when he got off to a slow start. A 5-setter against Creek, he was down 2 sets to love in the semifinals.
If he gets down 2 sets to love against McEnroe, I don't think he can get out.
Fantastic. Just watch a little symphony in motion by both players.
That's almost a half volley by McEnroe. Hit with pace to come back live. That is break point for McEnroe at 30-40. First game, second set. McEnroe won the first set 7-6.
That's well done.
That is fantastic. John McEnroe was some magnificent tennis.
Let's get a report from courtside. John Newcomb.
Well, Pat, I find it hard to believe that Borg lost that first set. He led everywhere throughout the set, had 2 service breaks, looked like he was going to take the tiebreaker, but the momentum seems to be swung with John McEnroe at the moment. It's a little easier for the players at the moment because the shadows have come right across the court. Pat?
All right, Newt. McEnroe to serve.
Low.
Total paid today $18,551. Through the gates $20,172. More in a minute. Total paid for the United States Open $331,140. Through the gates $364,350. All of those are new records.
Phenomenal.
Tribute to tennis. Tribute also to Slew Hester.
And to the New York fans.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
of course, the fans who come from out of New York City, around the country to see this magnificent tournament. 40-love McEnroe about to move up to a 2-love lead in the second set.
McEnroe, he leads 2 games to love.
We have said so many times as we watch Borg play that he seems to have that ability. When he does find himself in a difficult situation, that he's able to tighten the screws and then pick up the level of his game. I'd say right now McEnroe is the one who's doing that.
He is, but don't misconstrue what Borg did that last game when he made a couple of bad shots. He didn't chase anything because he knew he had no chance to get into it. He's not about to be dumping this thing or quitting. He's just going to try to hold serve here.
Double fault. That's the second one for Borg.
You wonder, Pat, if Borg is saying, geez, there comes the New York jinx again. I did win in Madison Square Garden, the Masters in January. I've never won this Open. I don't play as well in New York. I doubt that that's going through his head, but it could.
Somewhere back there, it's got to be.
That's Mrs. Borg, Mariana. She's saying, what is going on? She has seen him behind before, as we mentioned, so she's certainly not thinking about defeat at this stage. See if McEnroe comes in.
Missed it, and missed it badly.
Triple break point for McEnroe. This would give him 2 service breaks in the second set. McEnroe has won the first set 7-6. Pat, Borg did not set up for that overhead well at all. He didn't hustle behind it. The ball bounced behind him. He was a little late getting the racket ready. Now I think we'll see McEnroe try to come in behind the return to put on some instant pressure.
Didn't have to.
Third double fault for Borg. 2 double faults in this game. And Bjorn Borg, the 5-time Wimbledon champion, trying for the Grand Slam, is in big trouble.
Stood a set up, and he had chances to break Borg in the second set. Right now, he's 2 breaks up in this second set. He must be thinking to himself, get 2 sets to love up, and you're going to be pretty hard to beat. The wind has picked up here at courtside, about 10 miles an hour, I guess, at the moment. I'm not an expert, but about 10.
McEnroe serving at 3-love second set. He won the first one 7-6, Tony.
And he's serving with new balls, too. That means they're going to come through fast. They can also get back to you more quickly, so you really got to sort of lower your sights a little bit to keep that ball in play.
15
Yesterday, when Borg lost the first 2 sets to Johan Kriek, Leonard Berglund, who was his coach, said, I don't know what's wrong, but he's not in it. He's just not into the game. And then he pulled himself together, which he's going to have to do again.
I didn't have that feeling in the first set that Borg wasn't in it. He was definitely in it. He did not make the good shots at the right time. He had the service break. He was serving for the set, but let it get away. Look at that capacity throng. What a tribute to Slew Hester to put this whole thing together. This center court hold just under 19,000, and you know there are more than that right here.
There is Slew Hester on the left.
And that is Marv Richmond on the right in the straw hat. Will be the next president of the United States Tennis Association, taking over for a good friend of mine, Mr. Joe Carrico, who's done so much for tennis. He's worked in it for 15, 17 years, and what a great guy.
Big serve at a good time by John McEnroe.
McEnroe's been playing, Pat, with a real flair, and things have been working for him, and it's tough to keep up that high quality. And if he can, he's going to be in good shape. If not, the gap can close very quickly.
He won the first set.
40-30.
Good return by Borg. Not really great, but McEnroe trying to get the volley deep. Missed it badly. McEnroe walks over to get a towel to wipe the racket off, and Borg just has the wheels turning, saying, what do I have to do? What, let's keep it under control. One thing you know, that Borg is going to make you hit a lot of balls. See if Borg moves up aggressively to return the second serve.
He's got it. It's a break point for Bjorn Borg.
Normally, when Borg gets in trouble, he becomes more aggressive. And again, a sign of a true champion. He's not going to pull his horns in and try to play too safe. I got to make some things happen. At this point, I've got nothing to lose. Again, Borg will get a look at a second serve.
That's out.
Borg. McEnroe leads 3-1.
One of those precious service breaks has disappeared.
Borg will be serving at 1-3 in the second set after McEnroe won the first one in a tiebreaker, 7-6, 7-4, the tiebreaker score.
Now it's McEnroe's job to try to keep that high quality, keep being aggressive, picking his spots. Good shot by Borg. McEnroe made a good lob over the backhand side. Borg was able to hit it back up the line and might have hit just on the baseline.
Tough shot.
15-all.
Same shot. The lob is a little better by McEnroe, but again, Borg trying to attack now, trying to pick up the pace, put more pressure on. That's what he does when he's in trouble. You might even see him serve and come in a couple of times.
30-15.
Long.
30-all.
Might notice a tape on Borg's hands that is preventative. He doesn't have a real problem, but he has had problems in the past with blisters, so he tapes the thumb on the right hand and he has tape going around the palm of the left hand. See if McEnroe chooses to try to come in off the return. Break point for McEnroe.
40.
I really think Bjorn is a little confused right now. Nothing is really working that well for him. He's reached back for some shots under pressure, and he really hasn't made that many.
Double. He leads 4 games to 1.
Pat Summerall with Tony Trabert. Did Nastasi? You're looking at Nastasi turn around right now, Ely.
Thank you.
He got fined so much, I don't think he even broke even in this tournament, did he?
I don't think he did, but I'll tell you what, I don't think you're going to have to hold a charity for him.
Seems to be able to attract a few folks to watch him play.
Quiet, please.
Marvelous talent. Speaking of marvelous talent, it's John McEnroe with his back to you and Bjorn Borg at the other end. Borg chasing that grand slam, and right now not chasing it very well.
McEnroe has broken Borg 3 times this set. Borg has broken 1, so McEnroe serving with 2 breaks at 4-1, and McEnroe won the first set.
15 love.
And Borg has not looked sharp.
Really, he's looked very tentative.
And we talked about McEnroe maybe being tired from his long 5-setter. He finished about 8:30 last night. There was a question about what kind of shape his ankles are in, his legs, but he has been flying all over the court.
Maybe some of the momentum that he created last night in the match against Connors is still with him.
Sort of like when Orantes came from way back to beat Vilas and then played Connors in the finals the next day and kept riding on that momentum, that high he had, and won.
40.
Rolling now.
And he's getting an awful lot of first serves in, and a lot of them, Pat, are going to the forehand side of Borg, and there's no way you can keep looking for that serve coming from a lefty.
Very effective.
5 games to 1.
5-1 second set. A lot of people in this capacity crowd just sitting here stunned about what's going on now.
I remember how stunned they were when Creek had Borg 2 sets to love yesterday. And Borg eventually unstung him.
Unusual scores: 4-6, 4-6, 6-1, 6-1, 6-1.
In different circumstances, Borg might throw this set away and try to think about the next set because he's down 2 breaks. But being down a set and the way Borg is playing, I think he's got to fight for his life right here. Try to get some feel, try to take the momentum away from McEnroe if he can.
Feel is gone right now.
And 2 smart plays by McEnroe. In both cases, he chipped the backhand. There's Borg's wife, Mariana, obviously very concerned at this stage. That young man, Bjorn Borg, also concerned. McEnroe didn't try to make big passing shots. He got the ball down and said to Borg, you beat me with a volley. And Borg missed them both. Again, we'll see if McEnroe tries to put on pressure by coming in. Long.
15-30.
McEnroe knows that Borg is not going to continue to play this poorly. Typical of Borg. Now he's trying to put on some pressure. He's going to take the short ball and attack. Again, he might serve and come in trying to add pressure. Set point for John McEnroe. This would put McEnroe up 2 sets to love in this U.S. Open final. A big lead in his defense of his title.
It's out.
Second set, McEnroe 6-1.
McEnroe has broken serve, and he leads 2 sets to love.
We'll be back with more exciting action from the National Tennis Center in Flushing Meadow, New York. All right, John, thank you.
Quickly, please. Thank you.
Pat Summerall with Tony Trabert at the National Tennis Center, Flushing Meadow, New York. McEnroe has won the first 2 sets, 7-6 and then 6-1. He's serving now.
Been out there about an hour and 45 minutes so far. This time of day and with the temperature, the physical fitness aspect should not be a problem for either player. Wide.
15.
You're going to have an awful lot of people pulling for Borg because they want to see him get back in this match. Borg just isn't picking up that ball or something because he normally makes more good returns than this. And yes, McEnroe is serving very well, but Borg has seen a lot of good serves, a lot of consistent serves.
All those shadows are gone, so that shouldn't be a problem. McEnroe does have a very unusual serving motion, but Borg has seen it enough, so he ought to be used to that.
They've played 8 times. Borg has a 5-3 edge overall. Borg's going to have to step up and really try to hammer some returns off the second serve. Hit some outright winners that take the impetus away.
Game over. Break for Borg.
40-30.
40-30.
We congratulate Billie Jean King and Martina Navratilova, who won the women's doubles over Pam Shriver and Betty Stova 7-6, 7-5. Wendy Turnbull and Marty Reeson won the mixed over Betty Stova and Fru McMillan 7-6, 6-2.
That took place earlier today. McEnroe looks almost unbeatable at the moment. He wins the first game of the 3rd set. The National Tennis Center in Flushing Meadow, New York is alive now as the crowd starts to encourage, hopefully, Bjorn Borg. There is our colleague. That lady did such an astute job with her commentary over the week. Virginia Wade.
McEnroe has a break in the 3rd set. He has won the first 2 sets of this final. Quite a surprise.
Borg has made so many uncharacteristic mistakes, particularly in the last set.
And those forehand volleys he's missed, Pat, he's sort of flicked at it with a wrist. He hadn't gotten the racket ready properly. He's normally more careful with the volley. One thing about McEnroe, too, he has remained patient. He does attack when he can, but he has remained patient. He hasn't gotten overly anxious, changed his game plan. He's done an awfully good job. He senses the kill.
30.
I watched Borg set up for the overhead, and I did not think he set up that well. He managed to make it, but I thought he could have been back a little farther and gotten it wrecked ready sooner. Again, Aryna Borg, the newlywed, watching very, very nervously, and I think a little bit dejectedly at this stage.
Has to be. Just heard somebody in the crowd yell out, "Let's go, Roscoe." Roscoe's not here, but he had Borg down in deep trouble.
2-1 and a 4-2 lead.
Borg put it back together and came back.
Good shots by Bjorn Borg.
Game Borg. Games are 1-all.
And I made a mistake, Pat. I said it was a service break, and that was not accurate. There is Leonard Berglund, Borg's coach and manager, friend, traveling companion. I apologize for that. It is not a service break in this set. It is 1-all. That's John McEnroe Sr.
Good way to start game number 3. And that's the third service ace by McEnroe. Serving like that, he's going to be tough for anybody.
And McEnroe serves so many good serves to the forehand side that Borg can't really look for the wide one. So when he does go wide, it's more effective.
There's the electronic device that's used and has been used throughout this tournament to call the service line. And for that reason, there have been very few arguments about whether the serve was good or not. He argued with somebody who doesn't speak back.
You look for the serial number and write the owners, I guess, the manufacturer. McEnroe's serves getting up high on Borg, and he's having a terrible time trying to get that ball down in play.
Is out. So John McEnroe has held his serve. Both those years are tournament director, but now we get back to current action. Borg serving at 1-2 in the third set, and McEnroe has won the first 2 sets 7-6, 6-1.
McEnroe's all over him.
And thus far, McEnroe's blended the attack, the quiet shots, with the good serving and good passing shots.
First time we've seen that attempt by McEnroe. And if he's smart, it might be the last. Borg is just too fast to do that kind of thing. When you're in a position to make a drop shot, you're in a position to get it deep and get into a good volleying position and say, beat me. 15-all.
Almost don't know what to say about the way Borg is playing now.
Well, you know, I just got to think that maybe it's the enormous pressure, all the talk about the Grand Slam. Is he the greatest player of all time? And Borg tries to isolate himself, as do all the top players, because they're so recognizable.
Borg had him passed, but he missed it.
15-40.
And his double break point for McEnroe. Fred Perry.
won Wimbledon 3 times in a row, and people said that'll never happen again. Well, Bjorn Borg won it 5 in a row.
Fred Perry won this championship as well, the United States Championship, 3 times.
Good shot by Borg.
30.
McEnroe made a good shot to come in on, and Borg made a crackerjack cross-court shot. A still break point for McEnroe.
You know, Fred Perry was a world table tennis champion as well.
Before he ever started to play.
Now, what does McEnroe do? Does he chip and stay back, give him nothing, or does he try to attack?
He's coming if he can. Good volley, good anticipation by Borg. Arthur Ashe and his wife.
Deuce.
And the new Davis Cup captain, and he's absolutely ecstatic to have that opportunity. It's something he said he'd always hoped would happen, and I'll tell you, I think he'll do a magnificent job. He'll be a great representative.
Replacing you. Got some big shoes to fill, but I know he's capable. You're going to miss that, aren't you?
I am. I left reluctantly, but I thought it was the thing to do.
In recent games, one of the few unforced errors made by McEnroe.
Borg now has the advantage, trying to get even at 2-all in the 3rd set.
Borg pulls even. 2-all in the 3rd. Let's go down to courtside and John Newcomb for a quick report.
Well, Pat, that game was a very interesting one. 2 games that Borg has served in this set. He's been down love 30 and then break points in that one. He's got out of them both. It could be a momentum swing here in the game. The next 2 services of McEnroe, I think, will tell the tale.
So this is McEnroe to serve, and Borg back to you.
About 15.
You've seen it happen so many times when you watch Borg. You can keep talking about him because McEnroe has played at such a high level, but Borg seems to have that champion's ability of raising his level of play.
15 all.
But you know, Pat, being down 2 sets to a guy that plays as well as McEnroe, who is really just flying right now, I would be very, very surprised if Borg can get out of this thing and win it.
2-all in the 3rd.
It's out.
30-15.
Of course, a lot of things are possible. You never know. Connors yesterday beat McEnroe 6-love, ripped off 11 straight games, and McEnroe still won the match. So
That's absolutely true. These are just observations, not predictions.
40-15.
McEnroe has what I would describe right now as happy feet. They are moving. He's bouncing. He has short little steps. He's jumping back off of short balls. He's moving quickly for the high ball, and he's got it all going right now. And I don't see any sign of him letting up in that case, so Borg is going to have to make it happen.
that's good. I've been around all sports for a long time, but I've never heard anybody was called happy feet.
Haven't you ever seen me dance?
Can't remember.
You're lucky. But you know, when guys are going well, they're aggressive and everything's working well, they just really move, they bounce, everything is just working just right, and that's where McEnroe is right now.
Hey, McEnroe.
With a happy left arm as he rifles that 4th ace in there.
2 balls, please.
Sellout crowd still. Sitting, I think, in a state of shock. Shocked crowd on hand capacity. As McEnroe has continued to dominate.
Borg serving with new balls. Now, Borg has not got a lot of first serves in, a good percentage, but that's not really as important for him if he's not going to come in behind it, unless he can create a short ball from it.
Please keep it quiet.
Good shots by both players.
30-15.
McEnroe played that, like he had a scouting report. When I nail that thing in that backhand too, he's going to come back cross court. That's not necessarily true, but it happened that time.
Good. I think John knows in his heart it was good. He thought it was going out, but it landed in. 40-15. Borg trying to even it 3-all in the third set. McEnroe's won the first two sets.
Games are 3-all.
3-all.
Right, please.
This is a very interesting game right here. McEnroe up 2 sets. Borg seems to be getting back into it a little bit. McEnroe's got to really play tough this game.
15 love.
Seems to be capable of certainly doing that. He has been all day.
We've continued to talk about McEnroe's serve, and if he serves well, his game is good, and he has served well, and everything has been sky high for him. And Borg is having a terrible time trying to make consistently good returns, which is normally his strength.
Just was informed of a rather unusual football score, third quarter. I'll tell you in just a minute. Detroit, LA. Third quarter, Detroit 27, Los Angeles 20. I know you're a Ram fan. I hate to tell you that.
Like they say, the opera's not over till the fat lady sings.
You would use that again.
Why not? Three all, 30 love. McEnroe serving.
Good.
30-15.
Borg has done very little returning serve when McEnroe's gotten the first serve in. You obviously give him a much better chance when he swings at your second serve.
McEnroe had his chances. Right here, that was a let cord. McEnroe could have gone either way. He went cross court, and Borg was there. Now Borg says, thank you. I'll just bunt it the other way. It is 40-30, 3-all, third set.
McEnroe has won the first 2 sets 7-6, 6-1.
You know what that signal is?
The apple.
Choke. Deuce. Oh, super recovery by McEnroe. McEnroe should have been able to get that away, but Borg guessed right. Now watch the big stretch. Borg is obviously way out of position. And again, McEnroe has the advantage trying to go out to a 4-3 lead. At these last couple of returns, Borg has not tried to hit the ball so hard, but he's gotten it back in play, and it's working for him. Borg has missed an awful lot of returns, trying to hit it fairly hard, trying to do something special. Perhaps he said, listen, get it back and see if he can miss a few, or I'll get another swing.
3-all. Third set. McEnroe won the first 2 sets.
On the second serve, if Borg gets a good swing, he's going to take a chance. It's that first serve, he's just trying to get back in play.
And it's break point for Borg.
McEnroe gets right on top of that net, doesn't he? Maybe closer than anybody else.
He and Gerulaitis do that a lot. I was surprised because I thought that was an ideal time for Borg to try to hit the lob.
Go ahead, please. Thank you.
Double fault. Number 4 for McEnroe.
The crowd are really starting to get into it now. You look at the situation as McEnroe won the first set. Tiebreaker score was 7-4. He won it 7-6. 6-1 in the second. Now Borg is serving at 4-3 in the third.
Borg was serving for the set, the first set at 5-4. Lost his serve at love.
Also, don't forget what a classic these two played at Wimbledon. That also went 5 sets. Borg won.
At least for the moment, you can tell who the crowd is for.
.40-15 Borg trying to stretch his lead to 5-3 in the third.
McEnroe has won the first 2 sets, so Borg has a long, long way to try to get back.
Borg. He leads 5 games to 3.
The Swedish flag is moving right now.
Quiet, please.
Reminds me of Davis Cup situations. Boy, you play in other countries, those flags and those banners come up all over the place. 3-5, McEnroe serving, third set.
Uh-oh. Well, that's just that he's mad at himself. Certainly not questioning that call. I think, too, Tony, that maybe McEnroe is a little bit disturbed that the crowd is not for him a little bit more.
I think that's absolutely right. He lives about 10 miles from here, and Borg lives 3,000 more miles away. Long. But, of course, I've made those kind of comments in the past, and that you get a lot of letters saying this is not a team event. This is an individual event. We're rooting for the player. That's all fine. This has been a good match. I think the people want to see more tennis.
Just more tennis. Borg is such a gentleman, however, that a lot of people admire the way he conducts himself.
If you can fault Borg the way he conducts himself, you better go somewhere else.
40 love.
And Borg right now is not too concerned about this game. He served an awfully good game, getting 3 out of 4 first serves in his last service game, so he wants to serve out this set if he can.
So he takes a rip at this return, huh?
I think he'll step up if he gets a good swing at it. If he doesn't get jammed or something, I think we'll see him take a pretty good chance on it. He didn't gamble because McEnroe didn't come in. 40-15.
Do it now, John.
Well out.
Borg leads 5.
McEnroe holds his serve.
Third set.
Borg leads in set number 3, 5 games to 4. McEnroe's up, having won the first 2. Borg will serve at 5-4 in the third. McEnroe up 2 sets to love.
Good play by McEnroe because his approach came right up the middle. And that makes it more difficult for you to get any kind of an angle. Nervous people. That's out, and it's love 30. Terrific return by McEnroe. Good and deep with pressure. A lot of pace on it. Borg still reaching up and going after that first serve. Triple break point for McEnroe. Take another look. Dangerous play by McEnroe. Borg gets there. He usually goes cross court from that point. Borg was looking for McEnroe to volley cross court. He went back up the line over his head, and this triple break point for McEnroe, trying to get even at 5-all third set. It's wide.
15-40.
No need to say how important this is for both players. It was wide.
You didn't see McEnroe on camera, but when he made that volley, he made a punching motion saying, "That's it. That's what I wanted."
Quiet, please.
You could tell from the look in Borg's eyes, and really, can you tell? He realizes this might be a little tougher than I thought it was going to be.
Trouble City. This is twice that Borg was serving for the set and couldn't hold his serve. As good as Borg is, as great as he is, it's going to be very, very tough to get it together from this point.
If John McEnroe does indeed win this set, that'll be coming up next in the NFL Today, an update on all the action in the NFL. Some surprising developments on opening Sunday.
Some surprising developments right here, Pat.
Oh, I'll say.
McEnroe just steamrolling Borg. McEnroe won the first set 7-6, the second 6-1, and it's now 5-all, 30-love McEnroe.
Sweaty palm time.
That's out. That's a shot that Borg uses fairly frequently throughout a match against a net rusher, but he has not tried it very often in this one. There is Leonard Berglund, just helplessly sitting on the sideline. I'm sure a very surprised development for him.
Games are 5-all in the third. It's 40-love McEnroe. He won the first two sets. And he continues to roll. We'll be back with more exciting action from the National Tennis Center.
Well, Pat, I thought that Borg was going to serve out this set. At the beginning of the set, he started serving harder, started getting some serves in. I was really surprised to see him lose his serve when he served for this set. He also served for the first set. He could be leading 2-1 at this stage. Instead, he's serving to stay in the match.
Borg serving with new balls. This is a Borg trait.
15
when he gets in trouble, he picks up the tempo. He gambles a little bit more. This is like, what I'm doing isn't working. I've got to just add some pace and see what happens.
And he's in deep trouble.
Good volley by Borg.
30-love.
It wasn't that easy. McEnroe got the ball down. It was dipping with topspin, and Borg didn't try to hit it hard, but he got deep in the other corner. 30-love.
Let's see McEnroe gamble here.
Ripped it.
He gambled and won.
Try to do is take that momentum away from the other guy. He's hit a couple winners on you. Say, fine, I'll try to hit one off you.
That was a good serve from Borg. McEnroe came up with an excellent return, but Borg moves out to a 40-15 lead. First set was a tiebreaker, and we moved closer to that in set number 3.
Borg.
We got it.
Games are 6-all.
Third ace from Borg. It's 6-all in the third. McEnroe has won the first 2 sets. Borg chasing that grand slam and a fight to stay alive.
Again, the tiebreaker, Pat. The first player to reach 7 points as John McEnroe Sr. nervously watches. First player to reach 7 points with at least a 2-point advantage is the winner. McEnroe will serve 1 point, and then Borg will serve 2, and then McEnroe 2, and so forth. After 6 points, they change ends. It's unreal how many people in this stadium are pulling for Borg at this stage. Great champion, great gentleman, great sportsman.
One all.
Points are 1-all. I wasn't sure whether the McEnroe shot was wide or not.
Neither was I. It looked wide from our angle.
But Borg didn't argue. He didn't even look around. That's the class of the man.
I must say that with just a couple of minor brief skirmishes, McEnroe's conduct has been very good.
Excellent. Good play by McEnroe. A gutsy play. Took the second serve on the rise and came in. That's the way McEnroe split things open in the second set. So McEnroe up 2 points for 1. The tiebreaker in the third set. McEnroe has won the first 2 sets, trying to defend his title.
Tough thing to do. Well, that's a stinging serve from McEnroe. Not an ace, but near enough.
You'll take it if you're the one serving. That serve.
Well, you've got to imagine the adrenaline, Patrick, flowing right now. Particularly in McEnroe. He just can sense it. It's here. Just get it done. Get going.
Big serve by McEnroe. A tremendous return by Borg.
As good as that return was, McEnroe was there.
He had to make a half volley in a defensive manner. And Borg just ripped the forehand. So it's 2-3. Remember, the first one to reach 7 with a 2-point advantage wins.
Missed.
Second serve.
Three all. McEnroe says it was out.
McEnroe thinks it was out. Borg thinks it was good. It's going to stand at 3-all as they change ends. Boy, McEnroe made a tremendous return, came in behind it, and what a shot by Borg.
Biggest match of all time.
McEnroe just said it's the worst call of all time. Coming up, depending upon what happens to here, the NFL Today, an update. 3-all. Tiebreaker third set. McEnroe won the first 2 sets. Long.
John McEnroe Sr. trying to be calm and relaxed. Got to be turning inside.
Oh, yeah, you know. Ace number 5. That might be the biggest one.
Oh, brother, what a time. You know, you got Borg standing 12, 15 feet behind the baseline, and to still be able to hit an ace is something else.
Oh, what a return. Great serve from McEnroe, an outright winner. From Borg on the return. Remind you of anything?
Yeah, just like the tiebreaker at Wimbledon in the 4th set, both players making super shots. Borg can now serve out the set if he can win these next 2 points. 1st to 7, at least a 2-point advantage. That's a big if.
Think about the second one a little bit now. McEnroe in behind it. Good.
Double set point for Bjorn Borg. Oh, McEnroe made a good shot coming in, and the iceberg from Sweden just nailed it down the line. He hammered it down the line.
That's wide.
It is still set point for Borg, but now McEnroe serves. As I watched, Patrick, I was wondering who's going to take the chance.
It didn't really look like Borg was taking that much of a chance.
Leonard Berglund.
Hit it.
And that is Vitas Gerulaitis' father on the left of that picture, who is a tennis pro here at the National Tennis Center. So McEnroe serving at 5-6. He, of course, has 2 points to serve, so he could take a 7-6 lead if he can win these 2. It is still set point for Borg.
Taking a lot of time. Oh, and he missed it.
Game and 3rd set, Borg 7-6.
It was a good serve.
For 3 sets. It's getting hard to concentrate now because McEnroe is arguing with the umpire about that call in the tiebreaker. But every time Borg walks past me, his eyes get a little narrower, go a little deeper back into his head. I think he's going into a zone at the moment. He could win this set.
Borg will serve.
The stadium lights are on. They're not really having much effect on the court at this stage because it's not really dark yet.
Love 15.
Pat, you take it from Borg's standpoint. He says, boy, I'm lucky to have won that set. I'm glad I won it. Now I've got to really stay tough. McEnroe says, I got to get it right back right now if I can. Borg starting to go for his shots a little bit more, and he's starting to make more of them. Earlier, Borg tried to pick up the tempo, but just didn't make the shots.
Starting to serve better, too.
30-15.
Double fault.
30 all. Double fault number 5 by Borg. First game, 4th set. McEnroe leads 2-1.
Borg wins the first game, 4th set.
New balls, please. Borg leads 1-0.
Tennis Center in Flushing Meadow, New York. Men's singles final. Borg McEnroe. You saw the situation.
McEnroe serving with new balls. First serve was a fault.
Was
wide. Pat, I sense a bit of a sinking spell in McEnroe. He's up 2-1. He may be a little disappointed he didn't put that 3rd set away, but if he keeps the tempo up, the pace up, he should be in pretty good shape. Borg, of course, may have something to say about that.
Love, 4th set. Looks in pain almost.
McEnroe again serving with new balls, so when a ball boy or a ball girl throws him a ball that's been used, he wants to get a new one because it's more compact, it's going to go faster, it's going to be tougher to handle.
So many times he's picked off that volley when Borg tries to go cross court like that. Do you think Borg might change a little bit now, or what do you think?
He may, but it can also be a situation where McEnroe reads the way he's set up, the way he's going for it. It may just be a good guess.
Strong game.
Please be seated, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Looks like we are going to run long if things continue to develop like they are, but you will see the entire schedule, which we'll show you in just a minute. The regularly scheduled CBS programs on Sunday night.
Kiss this one goodbye.
Report me to tomorrow.
15 love.
That's what's going to happen tonight. They will air in their entirety immediately following tennis. 60 Minutes, Archie Bunker's Place, One Day at a Time, Alice, the Jeffersons, and Trapper John, M.D. You won't miss any of this or any of that.
30. Low.
And some of this may take a while now. You get the feeling that things are starting to change a little bit.
Borg moves out to a 2-1 lead in set number 4. McEnroe is up 2 sets to 1. The preceding message was brought to you by the United States Tennis Association. Borg, of course, with his back to you there, and McEnroe serving. Borg is up 2-1, 4th set.
This is also exclusive coverage by CBS, I believe.
I think you're right again, by golly.
15 low.
I still think Borg is uncomfortable somehow. You see their head-to-head record, Borg 5, McEnroe 3. That was the kind of shot he just doesn't miss, particularly when it's pressure time. And from now on, it is pressure time for him because he's down 2 sets to 1.
30 low.
He doesn't look like everything is quite like he'd like it to be. Obviously not if he's down 2 sets to 1.
In the interview after he defeated Creek, someone asked him, well, were you concerned when he won the first 2 sets? And he looked at it sort of funny. He said, of course I was concerned. How can you not be concerned when you're down 2 sets to love against anybody?
Quiet, please. Game McEnroe. Games are 2-all.
We're getting to a situation where people in the crowd, one will holler for Borg, the other hollers for McEnroe, and they get going back and forth. Borg somehow doesn't seem to have that toss out in front like he normally does and serve effectively.
Low.
You might remember earlier, Pat talked about some of the forehand volleys that Borg missed when he had some wrist involved. There, he got down to it very nicely. His very short, compact little punch at the ball and made it very nicely.
Low. Game Borg. He leads.
Bjorn Borg starting to pick up the pace. Has held his serve with an excellent serve. He now leads 3 games to 2 in the 4th set away, and now it's McEnroe's task to try to pick up that tempo. He had a pace going in the middle of that second and third sets. It was just marvelous.
And Borg did not play well during that period. And it's a combination of those two things. So we'll see if McEnroe can continue to serve well and get things going in his way. If not, Borg is going to get back into this match.
I knew exactly how we were going to fill it. You were going to take your happy feet down and dance.
I didn't bring my cane and top hat.
Double. That's the 5th one for McEnroe.
15. All.
Borg jumped on that second serve, Pat, and really went after with some authority. Got to keep trying to make things happen.
Double break point for Borg. And McEnroe made some shot
15,
up the line
40.
and deep. Watch again and watch what it lands maybe a foot from the baseline, and Borg just, oh well, just an unbelievable shot back up the line as we come back live at 15:40. McEnroe serving 2-3 in the 4th set. McEnroe won the first 2 sets. Borg came back and won the 3rd.
30-40.
Good serve by McEnroe.
Hard to do that for a left-hander, isn't it?
Well, certainly it is harder to do, and it's certainly not what the returner is looking for. The serve out to the forehand side from a lefty. You're expecting to come to the backhand.
Oh, a big chance that time for Borg. McEnroe made a good serve. Borg got the return down. Made McEnroe hit a half volley that was not deep and didn't have much pace on it, but Bjorn could not make the shot. Deuce.
First serve. Always correct.
When you hit that kind of a serve and your opponent doesn't return it, you hate to hear that call let. No real argument. Realized we had no airplanes at all today after all that discussion and the other days. Perfect for the final.
Tribute to our producer. Good night.
Well, I'll tell you, Borg did a terrific job just to get to the ball. And he got up a reasonable lob. It wasn't real tough, but at least you make the other guy beat you.
McEnroe has the ad. Trying to get even at 3-all in the 4th set.
A couple of different sources of information, but it's been a long time since Borg lost a 5-set match.
Several years.
Game McEnroe. Games are 3-all.
Let me tax you a little bit more. When's the last time a right-hander won the U.S. Open?
Quiet, please.
Thank you. Will you give me a couple minutes to think about that?
I'll be back.
All right.
Let's go down to a right-hander, John Newcomb.
Pat, I got to admire McEnroe the way he's hanging in. It wasn't that long ago he finished an enormous battle with Jimmy Connors, winning a tiebreak in the 5th set. This is tension packed and showing on McEnroe's face, but he's doing a great job.
First serve.
Wide.
15 all.
Boy, McEnroe had a good chance, but he missed it. Without looking in the record book, tell me who was the last righty.
It's the guy that's working with us, sitting down courtside, John Newcomb.
That was, what, 1940?
I don't know. We'll ask him.
Three all, 15 all. 4th set. See Don Budge scratching his chin in the background, sort of laughing, smiling at McEnroe, letting off a little steam. Borg is steadily pecking his way back.
He must have missed by 4 feet. That's a 6 double fault for Borg. That was well behind the service line.
And that can happen when you take the good players take as hard a swing at the second serve as they do the first serve. They just try to get around the edge of the ball and create more spin, and he just caught a little bit too much of the ball.
40-30.
This would be a time for McEnroe to try to pick up the tempo attack if he can.
That's what he's doing.
But Borg had the answer. Borg, a tremendous forehand up the line.
As long as it's going to be seen in its entirety.
Quiet, please.
McEnroe will serve at 3-4 in the 4th. He is up 2 sets to 1, but things are looking a little bit more shaky. From McEnroe's point of view, that is.
Remember that stunned silence of the crowd earlier. They are just buzzing right now.
And it's still a crowd. Nobody's going anyplace.
15 love.
Had a tiebreaker in the first set, which McEnroe won, 7-4. And we had a tiebreaker in the 3rd set, which Borg won to stay alive.
And he won that one 7 points to 5.
Terrific serve.
Yeah, that one, he cut right into his body, jammed him. When someone is serving at you and they're jamming you, one of the ways to get out of that is to take a different position and move, slide one way or the other.
First service.
A little tougher to hit a moving target.
40. Love.
Patrick, I smell tiebreaker in this fourth set.
Look what a sight. The island of Manhattan and the sun just on the other side.
We got some sight right here.
Games are 4-all. The Big Apple, nothing like it.
Quiet, please. Thank you.
A surprise move by Borg under pressure. I'm not going to stay back and let the other guy come in for a change. I'll serve and come in. He caught McEnroe by surprise. He also made a very crisp backhand volley. Uh-oh. Ole! Ole!
With all the pressure and all the tension and all the hype,
15.
there's still time for a little fun.
And they talk about the iceberg and the bad kid from Douglaston. You don't think they have a sense of humor? Let's take another look. The racket comes out. Bingo, that's broken. McEnroe said, just get it in play. Borg says, bowl it. You got to make a better return than that.
Any doubt about him being an athlete?
McEnroe drops his racket. McEnroe played soccer. And that's what happens with 80 pounds of pressure on the strings. The racket speed of Borg trying to serve, meeting Deco turf. You think they'll fine him for throwing his racket?
No, I think they'll just take the racket.
4-all, 15-all, fourth set. Again, no wrist movement in that forehand volley of Borg. It was crisp. It was a good solid one, and it's 30-15.
That's as it should be done, right?
Indeed. Keep it short. Keep the wrist locked up.
$40, 15.
Just missed. McEnroe said it was out by a yard, but it wasn't.
The miss is as good as a yard.
Game Borg.
Sure is. Game Borg.
5 games to 4.
And Borg moves out to a 5-4 lead in the fourth set. McEnroe leads 2 sets to 1. Put the championship away and defend it successfully. And indeed, he still might. But Borg has come fighting back.
Excuse me, Pat, saw McEnroe sort of jogging in place. That's sort of a sign that the legs might be getting a little tight.
15 long.
This match about 3 hours and 20 minutes old right now. That's a lot of running.
Both had 5 sets semifinals. It seems like it was forever ago, but it was just yesterday.
Wide.
40 low.
You ready for another tiebreaker?
Why not? Makes it exciting for everyone.
5-all. New balls, please.
Borg serving with new balls. Borg will play games and games and games and not go for that kind of a shot. But when it's close and when it's important, that's when he'll take some chances. And in most cases, he's good enough to pull it off.
McEnroe really moved in quickly on that second serve.
His volley caught the tape and fell back. You see McEnroe starting to show more emotion. That would indicate agitation inside, tension and nervousness.
Maybe the same thing going on with Borg. You just don't see it. He doesn't show it.
Borg made a surprise play, and I think a smart play, but he missed the volley. McEnroe had no idea he was coming into the net.
Started very late.
On purpose. Wait till McEnroe turns his side, looks at the ball, doesn't know you're coming, then you sneak in. He floats a backhand with underspin, trying to get it deep, and you got a good volley. All. Oh, brother, this is really some tension time right now. 2 errors in a row by Borg. The question is, McEnroe come in behind return or just chip it and stay back?
He'll come in. Nope. He started and went back.
Break point for McEnroe. Pat, you're absolutely right. McEnroe was going to try to come in behind the return of the second serve, but the serve was in a position that didn't let him make a good shot and come forward, so he was smart enough to stop and stay back.
What about this serve?
I think McEnroe will gamble and come in. Let's see. It was long. It was very close, but there was no hesitation on the call.
There was no movement from Borg that would indicate that he thought it might have been.
And I like the effort by McEnroe at that stage. It was a gutsy play, but boy, if he pulls it off, he's got a service break. It's back to deuce.
First serve.
Borg got to start wondering whether he should take some speed off the first serve and spin it so McEnroe can't come in off the second serve.
First serve.
Still got 2. That
sort of shake of the head by McEnroe told a bit of the story. He didn't make that bad a shot up the line, but the champion, Borg, was there, read it well, and knocked off the volley. He has the advantage. I think you'll see McEnroe try to come again if he can. Second serve.
Like he's going to stay back.
He was going to stay back that time, Pat. You're right.
Not now.
It's wide. You know, there are two ways to do that, Pat. You say, I'm going to charge, I'm going to take it and charge and gamble no matter where the serve comes, or you try to do that, but if the serve is in a position where you can't really get a good piece of it, you stay back. You jump back out and get behind the baseline.
And you have to make that decision in less than a second. McEnroe thought it was going out, had a chance at it, could have made the shot, and it was in by a foot at least.
We'll take another look and watch. You'll see McEnroe is there. He could make a play, as Pat said. He chose to let it go, and that's really a tactical error, a mental error, because when you have a play on the ball in a crucial situation, unless it's going way out, you make the play.
The game goes to Borg. And he leads 6-5 in the fourth set.
Decided a tiebreaker. Thus far, no service breaks in set number 4. And McEnroe serving at 5-6, and we might be looking at the third tiebreaker in 4 sets.
First serve.
You know, you read that Borg did not like to play at night in New York City, but he's playing at night now, and it's going to get darker. McEnroe played that one very badly. You didn't know where he was going to stop and let it bounce and come up, or move forward and try to volley. He ended up half volleying carelessly and missed it. Love 15. Borg's return was good now, and that is Kay McEnroe down the right of your screen, scratching her forward. Couple over in the red shirt, John McEnroe Sr., the parents of that young man struggling out there trying to defend his title. Long 15-all. Borg upset with himself. He thought he had made it.
The capacity crowd that was here when this match started is still here.
You know, the key, Pat, is at the very top. You look around the top, you still see all those heads silhouetted against the sky. You're right. Everybody's here. Good offensive lob by Borg with disguise.
You're watching CBS Sports exclusive coverage of the finals, the men's finals of the 1980 United States Open Championships. Exclusive from CBS Sports.
We're already half an hour over what we had planned, scheduled, but we're going to stay.
That's a good volley.
It was also an excellent second serve.
30-all.
That's the way the good ones do it. It is a difficult time. It is pressure. But they are a bit fatalistic. I've got to make a good shot. I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to charge in that net and see if I can make a good shot. 30-all.
That has been a very effective serve when McEnroe's been able to get it in, and that's the 6th ace.
Boy, what a time.
Great return by Borg.
Deuce.
Again, the high quality that we saw in the Wimbledon final, not so much a question of errors. Quality people, great players making great shots under pressure.
Question of winners.
Another gigantic serve in the same spot. Borg got his racket on it, but couldn't get it back in play.
McEnroe trying to get even at 6 all in the 4th set and go into another tiebreaker.
Looks like almost like a replay.
It was, except it was off the second serve that time. Again, the McEnroe clan.
Oh, boy. You really have to admire both players because they have played extremely well. Borg got a shaky start, and part of that is credit to McEnroe, but we're in a real dogfight right now, and both are producing big shots.
Do you think, Tony, that he'd come back with that same serve 3 times in a row like he had tried right there?
I really didn't. You've done it twice. You got away with it twice. It's time to sort of move elsewhere. But on the other hand, mixing it up is not necessarily hitting a different place. Hit it 3 times the same place. It might be mixing it up because the other guy doesn't think you'll do it either.
See if he does it again.
He tried.
Set point for Borg.
Advantage 4.
McEnroe tried to take the ball early on the rise. He didn't get over the top of it. Leonard Berglund in the middle of your screen.
Those people who look that calm might get ulcers, Pat.
I was going to say, Leonard.
He played when I played. He knows the pressure.
Borg almost went in the seats.
I think he stepped into a row of flowers, potted flowers there, and that could be dangerous. He's okay.
Dropped his racket, caught himself.
He made a terrific return, and McEnroe was up to the task with a good volley, and we're back to deuce. 5-6. 4th set. McEnroe up 2 sets to 1. U.S. Open singles final. How good can it get?
Advantage McEnroe.
He pulled the string, Pat. McEnroe took some speed off. Borg was looking for speed, and he was out in front of it and mishit it.
Would not be a bad play again because Borg is standing so far back. Spin it, try to get it up high on Borg and get in.
Missed it. That's the 6th double fault for McEnroe, and it's back to deuce.
Really a
a bad error, a bad double fault in that McEnroe was not coming in behind the serve. He knows Borg's not going to come in, so why try to play it that tough, that close, if you're not going to come in? If you're coming in, fine, go for it.
With all that in mind, it would seem like it is a good idea for Borg to come in, if he can.
That's not Borg's instinct. Now, again, if McEnroe is not going to come in behind his second serve, there's no sense in taking any chance with a second serve, because you know Borg's not coming in behind the return. Another break point for Borg. Do you think Borg knows that he's playing here at night now? He started in the daytime.
I don't think so. I don't think it really makes any difference. Just what Tony's alluding to is that he objected last year particularly to playing at night. That's when he lost to Tanner, but look at that side. How could you object to anything like that?
Yeah, because we're playing in a bowl down here. Second serve. Again, set point for Borg, trying to get even at 2 sets apiece. John McEnroe Sr. Borg. And Mariana Borg. Down at the very left.
Tony, everybody who witnessed that epic at Wimbledon said perhaps that's the best match of all time. The jury's still out.
Patrick, anytime you get 2 great players playing in a great event in a final and it's close, it has to go down as an epic match. This will have to go down as one of them. We'll let someone else decide which was the greater. Oh, there was a time we were talking about, we're going to show you some NFL highlights and coverage to fill the time. Here we are 40 minutes past the time we were going off the air, and we're now in set 5, and this is the last set, folks.
Borg will serve. See any signs of fatigue?
I don't think so. I'm just going to say don't let that fool you. Guy trying to take it on the rise, let it get away, but you got to know Borg is now pumped up. You know, Pat, I was just thinking that in the press conference when this is over, if someone asked Borg, what were you thinking of the third set, I'll bet you any money he'd say, I thought I was going to lose in 3 straight at that point. Here he is in set 5. Now he thinks he can win.
I hope they don't ask him if he was concerned again.
Was wide. Borg is becoming more aggressive. Pressure that young man is under. He's never won the Grand Slam. He's never won this tournament.
Unbelievable shot. You look at John McEnroe Sr. But Borg leads in set number 5 as he holds serve. He leads 1-love of the 5th set. Nuke, you still there?
Thank you.
Yeah, Pat.
What's
Sorry.
going on in your head? It's
a little noisy down here when the players walk out. I really think that McEnroe is starting to feel it now, mentally and physically. He's going to have to, you Americans say, suck it up and get on with the job.
I've heard that said. He did.
I got to find out what the Aussies say in the same situation. Well, you know, if you want to write a script, write about the semis, the women's final, and now the men's final. If we wrote it the way it's happened, someone would think we were faking it.
Love.
Really not a bad effort, not a bad thought by McEnroe. He's up 30-love. Borg is deep behind the baseline. Try to make the drop volley. He really didn't have to make a very good one to win the point. Try to cut it too fine. 30-15. Live coverage, CBS. McEnroe throws up his hands and shakes his head. The real answer is you better get that approach shot deeper than that, or Bjorn Borg is going to flat knock it by you. What just went through your mind? Remember the one McEnroe let go with that top spin? I saw him let it go. I thought, boy, that might be another one because it had a lot of top on it, but it went well out.
McEnroe seems to be able, when he needs to come up with a good, tough serve. And he does again. Might be in trouble.
Let's take a look and see if Borg's shot coming up next hits the top of the net, because McEnroe is over there. And let's see if the ball ticks the net.
Yeah,
it did. Because McEnroe was there, not to say he would make the shot, but it ticked the net and jumped over his racket, and it's deuce. McEnroe serving at love 1 in the 5th and final set of the 1980 U.S. Open Championships.
Advantage McEnroe.
McEnroe holds. It's 1-all in set number 5. Ever been to a heavyweight championship fight?
Well, I had $100 ringside seats for a fight one time, but the Tunder from, as a matter of fact, from Sweden, put Floyd Patterson away before I could get there. When I got there, there were 100 people in the ring.
Johansson?
Yep.
This is similar.
And there again is a very interesting play by Borg, and again why he's really a tremendous champion. 1-all in the fifth. He serves and comes to the net behind it. He hasn't done that 6 times perhaps in the whole match. We had approach. Borg's approach shot barely landed past the service line. You let a good player like McEnroe feast on that, and you're in big trouble. And vice versa. I have no idea what McEnroe was thinking that time. He was in no man's land, we call quicksand, trying to half volley.
Flat-footed?
Yeah, half volley shot by Borg. I mean, between the baseline and the service line, when they're driving on you, you're in big trouble. Good play by McEnroe. Pat, you describe that same situation over and over. If it works, it's a smart play. If it doesn't work, well, maybe you question the logic.
And they'll ask you about it later on.
Right.
Sets 2-all, games 1-all, game score. Third game, fifth set, 30-all.
Again, a bright play by Borg.
40-30.
Gloria Kramer in the lower right. Jack Kramer smiling. Don Budge in the back. Laurie Budge. Frank Parker. Boy, the history of the game of tennis sitting right there. McEnroe would be smart. Say, here, take my racket. You try it for a while.
Fred Perry and Althea Gibson sitting up behind them, too. A lot of talent there, as you mentioned.
Borg has the ad. Borg with a good shot down the line has held his serve. John McEnroe, the defending champion.
I'm really fascinated just thinking what the guys are going through. 2 hours ago, Borg was on the ropes, and it didn't look like he'd be able to pull out of it. Now McEnroe's the one who's sort of on the ropes, and he's fighting to stay alive. It's an absorbing match, and I think it may go down as one of the best matches ever at this stage.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. Thank you, John.
That backhand return by Borg out the other way as he hit that one is sort of like what we're talking about. There's Virginia Wade on the left in our picture, and she's biting her knuckles. She's not even playing. If there's no prize money involved, Virginia, you don't get any.
I don't think I ever saw anybody bite their knuckles.
And that return by Borg is like McEnroe serving beforehand. It's something you don't look for. McEnroe went to sleep. McEnroe should be out covering the ball up the line. Borg was late getting there. He could only go up the line comfortably. McEnroe didn't even move that way, and he paid the penalty. He's now serving 1-2 love 30, fifth and final set. This is for all the marbles.
Don't ever underestimate John McEnroe. I don't think he's dead yet.
Was it you that said that it's a game of inches?
No.
And someone did, and that one hit the net, and that inch.
I'm glad I wasn't the one who said that.
15-30.
Oh, good serve. You see where Borg finished, Pat? He was almost in the linesman's lap over by the flowers. That broke so wide, 30-all.
This is really pressure.
Surprise serve by McEnroe, and it paid off. He kicked it up to the forehand side.
40-30. That's a serve that McEnroe could use more frequently. He can kick it up the other way instead of slicing it.
Seventh double fault by McEnroe.
The umpire is as involved as everyone else. He called it game Borg, which was incorrect. It's actually deuce.
The umpire is Ken Sly. Deuce.
It's magic.
McEnroe looked like he almost gave Borg a head fake on that shot. He looked one way, went the other.
Advantage McEnroe, trying to get the 2-all in the final set.
Foot fault called on John McEnroe. He only has one person to blame, and that's himself. Stay away from that line. There's no way they can call it on you.
I'm thinking about Borg, who rifled that return. That might have been a winner.
I wonder who's going to leave and say, I didn't get my money's worth.
Quiet, please.
2-all, fifth set.
Pat, you know, McEnroe made a super offensive lob, and Borg made the ideal play. He got back. He lobbed it deep and high and got back in the point. He did lose a point, but at least he made McEnroe beat him.
15 love.
Borg, in the last few games he served, has won them, but has been laboring a little bit with that first serve. Alert all of our affiliated stations along the line that we'll, on the next court change, give you a station break. 30 love. Seventh double fault by Borg. They've both done that 7 times.
You know, Pat, I was just thinking, your sport, they got those goalposts. If they put goalposts up here at the end of this, they would tear them down, wouldn't they?
I have a lot of sports, but I think I know what you're talking about.
That's long. I guess I should have said when you're in your prime, then it would have been a lot easier to figure out.
I haven't gotten there yet.
What a volley!
To Borg. We will be back with more exciting action from the National Tennis Center's Flushing Meadow, New York, after this word from your local station.
So John Newcomb, the champion, has picked Borg.
John McEnroe is serving at 2-3 in the fifth. May have some other ideas.
15-12.
We say it, we have said it, it is a cliche, but it's a kind of match now that you hate to see anyone lose. Someone is going to do it. Someone's going to win, but it has been a good one.
Oh.
You know, Pat, we lose sight of it, but it's been 4 hours and 5 minutes since these players walked out on the court. That's a long time to be out in front of all these people, concentrating, running, and doing all the work that they've been doing.
Especially after they both played 5-setters yesterday in the semifinals.
It was wide. Good big serve by McEnroe.
Games are 3-all.
Three all in the fifth.
Patchett and Nuke's talking about the eyes. I'm sure in your sport, you played the football. You could look at a guy and know if he still had it, right? We do it in tennis all the time. You're always looking at the other guy and see, you know, is he folding? Is he nervous? These two guys are still there. They got plenty left. Good. Borg doesn't believe it, I don't think.
Don't see him question much.
That's his way of questioning right there. I don't think Borg would have had much of a play on the ball. He could have gotten his racket on it. Who knows what he would have done with it. He thinks it was a bad call. You know what he's doing right now? He's regrouping.
He's looking over now in the direction of his wife and over at Leonard Berglund. But all that's not going to help. And he knows it.
He says, okay, I'm down 11-15. Pat, I've read so many stories about Ted Williams and Stan Musial had such good eyes at the plate, and the umpires were nervous when they questioned a call. They said, maybe I made a mistake, and Borg seldom questions anything. It's got to make a line and say, wow, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe I did miss it.
Double fault number 8 by Borg. That one service break, obviously at this point, would be very key and very crucial.
You can almost write a book. When Borg is under pressure, in trouble, he attacks. Yet everybody else talks about Borg being steady, playing the baseline. Again, he took the offensive.
is coming in there, too.
Serve just barely missed. You may hear a few whistles. No question. Another double fault. That's number 9.
30.
And again, that's uncharacteristic.
And is also break point for John McEnroe. And it's what you spoke of, Pat. One service break now is obviously extremely crucial.
You're going to hear some boos, but he's not complaining. He's mad at himself, and that's all.
He may be mad at Borg for making the shot.
Well, that's his opponent.
You know, a sentence came to my mind. Borg says, I'm not under pressure. I can make the big shots. I can make the right shot at the big time, and he certainly did it there.
McEnroe again.
It's wide.
Advantage McEnroe.
Break point. Again, I like McEnroe's attempt. Let's make something happen. If he can knock it by me, good luck to you, but there's a lot of pressure on.
McEnroe breaks. At the National Tennis Center. McEnroe and Borg. A rematch of what took place at Wimbledon. And I think equally as good, don't you, Trev?
I certainly do. I'm just going to say this is not Wimbledon. This is the U.S. Open, but it's the same story. We're in the 5th set. Borg won that one in 5. We'll see what happens here. McEnroe does have a service break, serving at 4-3.
To remind our affiliated stations that in the next court change, we'll have a 90-second commercial availability for you, local station.
Love. Fantastic play by John McEnroe. Let's watch it. Diving, stabbing volley. Borg has his choice. McEnroe guesses right, and now bingo into the open court. Just inside the sideline, and it is 40-love McEnroe serving, trying to extend his lead to 5-3 in the final set.
Borg knocks off a winner.
He also finished about 4 feet inside the baseline. He was walking right into it. No sense hitting it falling backwards. 40-15. Boy, that's what makes the good ones good, the great ones great. Produce under pressure. McEnroe's serve cut right into the body of Bjorn Borg. And Bjorn Borg has gone as far as he can go. He's got a hold serve, or his dreams of a Grand Slam were gone for 1980.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, quiet.
Just make a small correction of what I said a minute ago, as it's clarified a little bit to me. The next commercial break for those of you in our affiliated station lineup will be a network commercial, not a local.
You know what Borg's task is. McEnroe should try to win this one just as hard as he can. Don't wait for your own serve. You know, we talked about a bad knee, bad ankles, tight legs, and this. Look what we're down to.
Service ace from Borg.
40 low.
Borg knocks off a winner. Whole serve at love.
Game Borg.
That's 5-4 McEnroe on the fifth. This has really been. Johnny Newcomb is down at courtside. Tony Trabert is here at the National Tennis Center. And I'm Pat Summerall. McEnroe serving 5-4 in the fifth.
And he's 21 years old, trying to clamp down his second U.S. Open title.
It was out. Borg's shot was wide.
This is still live. The U.S. Open Tennis Championships, and Borg again takes a look.
The ball was out. Quiet, please.
Umpire said the call was correct. The ball was out. 15 love.
It.
15-all.
It was about 14-13 in the tiebreaker at Wimbledon. McEnroe had the same kind of high forehand volley with Borg in the backhand corner. He swung at it and missed it just like that. McEnroe ended up winning the tiebreaker. But what a crucial error. Both there and here. 15-all. Double match point for John McEnroe. Leonard Berglund on the right of your screen. That is Bjorn Borg. His hopes of a Grand Slam, a glimmer, and that is John McEnroe Sr. That is Mrs. McEnroe on the right of your screen, and it is 40-15, double match point, 4 hours and 22 minutes later.
7-6, 6-1, 7-4. Thank you.
The champion, Joe Carrico, down congratulating John McEnroe, Billy Talbot there too. Boy, they deserve a lot of credit, as does the champion, John McEnroe. 21 years old, and what he's accomplished is absolutely amazing. He's standing up now with John Newcomb, and let's go down to John right now.
John, we're on this one over here. Congratulations on a super match, especially coming back last night after a 7-6 in the fifth against Jimmy. Was it harder physically or mentally out there today?
I think it was hard both. I didn't feel too bad in the beginning.
Now they want you to talk loud.
I didn't feel too bad in the beginning of the match. I felt pretty good. I think as the match wore on, I thought when I lost the fourth set, I was in a little trouble. But luckily, I was able to. I said it was only one more set anyway, so I was just going to hang in there.
I had a feeling that at the end of the match there you may have been getting a little tired mentally.
And physically. I was just trying to hold my serve and try to, just one game, try to break, and that's what happened at 3-all.
Well, congratulations for a super match, and I'm sure you won a lot of fans here.
Thank you.